Hello everyone, Calamity here, and for my first Star Rail guide ever, we're going to talk about team setups and optimal team positions. This is just something I barely found out. Maybe a lot of people already knew about this, but I figured, hey, maybe someone else doesn't know about this either. But basically, where you place your teammates is actually really important. The slots 1 through 4, from left to right. So Traveler, or Trailblazer, the Fire Trailblazer we have is in slot 1, Bailu is in slot 2, Asta is in slot 3, and of course Zila is in slot 4. Now, it is important to put your tank, whether that is going to be Fire Trailblazer or March 7th as another example, they should always be at the ends of your team, either in slot 1 or slot 4. Now, why is that? If you ever get attacked by any enemy that does an AoE attack, as in it hits multiple people, it will always hit to the left and to the right of the character that is the primary target. So, if your tank, who should be constantly taunting the enemy in some way to attack him or her, if they're in slot 2 or 3 where Bailu and Asta are currently placed, that damage is going to spill over to your other two characters, and that could mean unnecessary damage to your, your DPS or your buffer or whatever. Having him or her on the ends means only one other character will be hit. It's not like the person in slot 4, or basically the opposite slot of where the main or the Trailblazer is, will not get hit. So it's not gonna hit by, like, if Trailblazer gets hit by an AoE, it's not gonna hit Bailu and then Zila. That's not how it works. So putting your tank on the edges is always optimal because it means one less character is gonna be hit, which is great. And right next to your tank should always be your healer, whether that be Bailu, whether that be Natasha. And the reason for that is usually because when you get hit, your characters generate energy. So even if they do get hit, chances are they will be able to just heal themselves back up, including your tank. Now, when it comes to the 3rd and 4th slot, the 3rd slot should always be what I call your flex slot. This can be any character usually that you need for a particular fight. Maybe you need a certain element to help you break shields. But usually it's either going to be a buffer for your team, like we have Asta here as an example. It could be a debuffer like Pella. It could even be a sub DPS like Serval. If you need, maybe you need like electro damage to help you break shields more. And then the last slot should always be your main DPS, which in my case is going to be Zila. And always try to keep your squishy DPS, as far away as you can from your tank so that she stays safe and doesn't take as much damage. Now, obviously, this is not always going to be the go-to formation for every character and for every team you want to build out there. But it is a good sort of like building block or like a base to work with. Because obviously if you have a character like Clara who does want to get hit because of that counter hit ability she has, then obviously you would want to place Clara right next to your tank or the person that is taunting constantly. Whether, again, either that's March 7th or Trailblazer, it would be more optimal to put Clara next to that person. That's pretty much it for this guide. It's a pretty short one, and just, again, something small that I'm sure a lot of people knew, but I didn't. I barely just learned about this the other day, and I thought I'd share it with y'all. Hopefully it was helpful to somebody. If this video was helpful, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe. I do plan to make more Star Rail content in the future, as well as Genshin Impact content. I'm just still working on Star Rail, basically. I'm still building my characters. I'm still leveling up my Trailblazer level before I start making things like character guides and optimal team guides and stuff like that. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.